Are you ready to laugh? Why am I out of breath? I just stood up. I really need to go for a run. Welcome to the Old Zealand subreddit, a land of football and football manager memes beyond your wildest dreams. Found on a Facebook page. I don't save scum. Thank you for specifying Zimbo King, because we would have had to burn you in the town square. I don't make the rules. I don't save scum. I imagine my guy can time travel and go back to fix his mistakes. It's very different. You know, it's lore accurate. You came up with your lore, you're sticking to it. The only acceptable save scumming excuse. You're a role player. It's actually coincidentally how I ended up with a maid costume in my closet. Hell yeah! I played Football Manager and contract negotiations are easy. They ask for 180K. You offer 120K. They remain at 180K. You offer 135K. They turn red and insist on 180K. You agree to their demands. That's the correct approach. Yeah. Average FM goal of the 35-year-old who plays his first game of the season. Oh, I know what goal this is, dude. Absolute banger. First career goal for the club. Yeah. The 2-star center back on the other team. And he's hitting the Carlton. El Shaarawy's hair was generational. Today's kids, I want a taper fade. The cut I asked for in 2015. You think I could still do that? I think this would really flatter this hairline, personally. 5 likes on this video and I'll do El Shaarawy's hair, 100%. My scout after I sent him on a scouting mission in Mexico. Okay, I was in the Caribbean on a sandbar in the middle of the bay on my 18th painkiller. So yeah, if you're wondering where your scouting budget is going, it's fruity island drinks. AFCON. Senegal players battling it out for 120 minutes on the pitch. The subplot of Senegal's reserve goalkeeper behind the goal. Fighting 15 ball boys, 3 different security guards, all to make sure Edouard Mendy gets his towel. Hide your towels around your Moroccan friends. That's all I'm gonna say. Masterpiece. You'll never walk alone. Dad? How Zealand looks at the loan section. Now, you know, a couple of things here. One, not how you spell my name. Appreciate it though, because there's like 15 different Zealands out there. Number 2, this isn't how I look at the loan section. This is how the loan section looks at me. This is how I look at the loan section. Zealand the Lurker. Zealand outside of Castilla and Barca's academies on player release day. So on my Twitch save, which is also streaming on the Zealand Live YouTube channel now, I'm playing with a team in the lower levels of Spain, and we have literally trialed every single released player from Barcelona and Real Madrid's academy for multiple consecutive years, and I've built over half my team with them, and I am not ashamed. The best possible ending for my save. I love the zoom in here. My 35-year-old player I've had since season 1 just scored the Champions League winning goal in the 116th minute 2 days before retiring. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you just ended your save. I think you just ended your Football Manager career, because there is quite literally no going up from this. You will be chasing this high for the rest of your days playing FM. I am not Jose Mourinho. When you are cooking a new broken tactic only to lose your first match, look, Albacete, you know, they're real good. They're a handful for the Real Madrid B team, so it only makes sense that, you know, like transitive property or something. When you get promoted from the 3rd division to the 2nd by playing a 4-2-4 and the board wants you to start playing defensively. Stop playing a 4-2-4! Me starting the season with 5 wins. You know what? Start playing a 4-2-4 even harder. Also 5 wins in a row after promotion. Somebody downloaded a tactic. I smell Zealand's great-great-great-grandfather. No, that's actually just me. I mean, I don't know why people assume I wasn't alive 100 years ago. Submitting my entry for best regen name of 2026. Wonderboy Mzizi. I would like to submit my entry for the best nation for new gen, regen names, whatever you want to call them. In my save, we once conjured up a wonder kid named Lelamela Bad Boy, who went on to become a legend, and that was his actual name. Oh, this is for the title! Lelamela Bad Boy has done it! Zealand? Yeah. Clearly you're not a connoisseur of the game, because my power would never be as low as an 87. Zealand's giving relationship advice now. I tried all the hinge upgrades. It's good to see another member of the Forehead Brotherhood making waves in scientific exploration. Ref might have to do some explaining here. Well, I see 5xg to 0.3, 5-0. Oh, it's 5 penalties. See, if Senegal didn't leave the field, this was actually what Morocco was gonna get in extra time. I have it on very good authority. Why did Zealand become Russian and play for Lokomotiv Moscow? The money bit. Yeah, had a mentality of a 5-year-old and laughed. To be fair, you can't name your kid this. There are certain things, like if your last name, like mine, is Shannon and starts with an S, the initials of your kid cannot be a S, because then their name would spell ass. If your last name is Ennis, you cannot give your kid a first name that starts with a P. For obvious reasons. Like, you just have to know this. Nothing beats ending a losing streak. When you're on a losing streak, so you change your tactic, and it actually works. This is the nirvana that Football Manager has right here. What is this? Oh, this is my favorite meme, dude. I love that meme so much. Daniel Braganza with his Man of the Match award. You know, Football Manager's a funny game. I have managed Daniel Braganza no less than 3 times. I would not have been able to pick him out of a lineup with this picture. I had no idea he looked like that now. I'm using a face pack from 5 years ago. Me scoring once from a corner and beating the league leaders with 20% possession and 5 XG against. It's just impossible to be mad at your team when you lose. I don't know how certain managers or coaches do it in different sports. I don't care if I gave up 10 XG. If I win like this and I win 1-0, I'm smiling. Stop! He's already dead! Rui Patricio's leaving do. So I would assume this is the British do where it's just a party. Zealand. I'd like to thank Rui Patricio for absolutely nothing. For those that haven't seen this in my FM save, just play the clip, please. Does it not tell me where Rui Patricio is? I mean, where's Rui Patricio in this? He was so low, I didn't even see him. What's his expected goals prevented? Minus 22! It's minus 22! He's the worst goalkeeper ever! Absolute cinema. 4-star current ability. 5-star potential. My winger from the youth intake. Oh yeah, baby! I have never had a player in my youth intake like that. A 6-tier side FM'd Crystal Palace. Honestly, this isn't an FMing. We need to gatekeep a little bit here. It was 9 shots to 8. Only 61% possession. It's just not an FMing. Every single time. Trying to offer my player a new contract. My player refusing contract talks and a new contract until he has spoken about being unhappy. I haven't offered him a new contract. Welcome to the Football Manager Thunderdome. You will never know peace again. With the player you wanted to sign when you got promoted wants to join you now that you won the league. See? Now you respect me because I'm a threat. And the most therapeutic thing you can do in Football Manager in this instance is to then not sign them out of spite. What has Skamaka done here? Oh, this is FM24. I recognize this archaic match engine. Honestly, more power to you if you're playing this. It's at least a finished game. Okay, ball through. Skamaka. This is like Mario Balotelli if he let all of his intrusive thoughts win. I think I might have found a bug to report. All right, what do we got here? He's only got 4 players on the field. He's only got 4 players on the field. He lost 12-0. His team just didn't turn up. You know the smallest number of players you can have, I believe, is 6, and then they actually have to call the match. So this is illegal. This is an illegal beatdown. Oh, it happened multiple times. Oh yeah, you should probably get that checked out by a doctor and a psychologist to try and get you over these 2 defeats. Well, guess someone forgot his line. I see we're on the Zealandism channel, which of course it's not me. That's happening with your host. I'm Zealand. I mean, we know that Zealandism is trying to impersonate me. That's not news. It's just kind of sad at this point. Well, that escalated quickly. Ait Nouri, close to signing for Union Berlin. Union Berlin sign Ait Nouri. Rayon Ait Nouri injured. Ait Nouri replacement. This has all, of course, occurred in 2 hours and 20 minutes, a time span that is meant to threaten your sanity. Maybe the board will let me be a professional club now. We have Champions League Group D, so we got a little FM24 action here. That is dude, props. That is very difficult to do. To get all the way to the Champions League group stage as a semi-professional club. Yeah, I think you're gonna get a big enough check to be able to go professional. I kind of hope you don't, though. You know, like, who cares about, you know, it's trying to keep up with the Joneses. All right, we got to stay true to the traditions. And you know what's worked? You've never made the Champions League group stage as a professional club. You've only had success as a semi-professional one. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? This bit of Football Manager advice brought to you by me, Zealand. If you're semi-pro, never go professional. It'll ruin everything. Hope that one helps. I'll see you on stream. If you want to watch more great Football Manager memes, you don't need to move a muscle videos right there. You need to move a few muscles, but not as many as you would need to move if you stood up.